I'm about to unbox the brand new Google Pixel 3. It's on Verizon, the network chosen by...
Oh, shush. Now I got to pop out the chat.
Yep.
I know that. And then I have to go to this. Wait a minute. Okay, and then get the chat up. Okay, I did it. Yay.
Yay! Morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, Neil? Well, your video worked. Your video worked, Neil. Your video worked. Oh, there's Drone Bomb.
Morning, Bob, Ray Lugo. Good morning.
What's up, Ray? Bob, don't forget to make that green screen video. Dave. I am on here. I came on because, first of all, I never tried this Google Hangouts. This is the first time I'm ever doing it. So I wanted to try it, and then I wanted to talk about them great goggles that sucked for Chris, but they're great for me.
Oh, I'm going to contact Amazon and get that straight.
Yeah, because, you know, those things, for me, they work great, Crystal. I haven't had... I haven't had one issue with them. So, but I did want to show everybody what you had to get if you want to use them with your iPhone, and then you can use all of those, even those little toy quadcopters, and they have the little Wi-Fi, you know, the Wi-Fi connection.
Right.
You can use these goggles with those too. You can use these for the FPV goggles for those, even those little cheap toy quadcopters. But what you got to do is you got to get this thing right here if you have an iPhone.
Huh.
Okay. And so what this does, this has the HDMI pass-through in there. Okay. So what you do is you plug this into the goggle. Okay. And then you plug this end into here like that.
Gotcha.
And then you plug that into the iPhone.
I have to get one of those for the SD cards.
Yeah. So this is the HDMI pass-through that you need to be able to use your iPhone with the goggles. Okay. There's only one bad thing. This thing is extremely expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This thing costs way more than the goggles. Okay.
I was going to say, that's what, about a $60 adapter?
No, this is was $48. I think it was $48. There's one that's a little bit cheaper that just has the HDMI port, but you want to get the one with the pass-through. Right. You have to have the one with the pass-through. Okay? You can't just get the one with the HDMI thing on there. It has to have the pass-through.
Gotcha.
I'm not selling cars. Hi, Simon. Hi, Fred. Hey, Bob. Yeah, if you get this one here, now when you buy these kind of things, you can find these aftermarket ones for like $25 that aren't the Apple. You know, they're not the Apple branded.
Right.
But them suckers always fail.
Exactly.
Okay.
They set you up for failure.
Every Apple charging cable I ever bought for my iPhone that wasn't the Apple cable failed.
Did not work.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, it will work 3 or 4 times, and then all of a sudden it says the thing doesn't recognize it or something like that.
Exactly.
So I don't know what the story is with that. They have like some kind of little chip in there in the power thing. I don't know what it is, but you always want to buy that regular Apple ones.
Yep.
Because the aftermarket ones, I guarantee you, will quit working after a couple of times.
Perth wants to know what the goggles are. These are those goggles.
Yes.
They are the unique Skyview goggles. There was a killer deal on Amazon, probably still going on.
It's still going on.
You can pick these up on Amazon for $39.99. And how much are they at Best Buy, Brian?
They were the $199 or $299 or $249 or something like that.
There you guys go. $200
I think
goggles
right.
for $40 on Amazon.
Yeah.
I have to get up with Amazon because ours is faulty, but everybody else's is nice. And I'm still
Hey, Red Dog, how are you?
Just be the cord connection with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the cord, everything comes in the box. Yeah, Dave, these are really nice. Hey, Roadkill. These are really nice for the money. I mean, you just can't beat these for $39. Okay, you just can't beat them for $39.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong. These aren't DJI goggles. Okay, they're not, you know, OcuSync and all that crap. But they are really nice for the money, and you just can't beat them for $39. As a matter of fact, if you go on eBay right now, you can find them. Somebody's selling them for $31.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's somebody on eBay because as soon as I bought these for $39, okay, because you know when you buy something, you'll see similar things. Okay, so then there was one below me after I hit buy now and I hit the buy now button. Something popped up below me, the same exact thing for $31. I went, oh shit, hell with it. I just let it go.
With Amazon Prime, you got it in 2 days. I'm not sure how long it would have took you to get it from eBay.
Well, that's where I bought it from eBay.
Oh,
but I bought it. I got the $39 one from eBay. Gotcha. Just like it's the same. I think it's probably the same seller. It was selling them on Amazon. It's probably the same guy.
More than
he must have a truckload of them because I think Unique discontinued them, and I think that's what happened. So they probably had a big an auction and a sell off, and somebody bought the whole warehouse.
Yep.
Okay, and so they're just, right.
They're just making a killing on it.
Right. They probably got them for $10 a piece. And so they just dumped them. Oh, let me get a drink. Okay. One more thing I wanted to bring up. I don't know if anybody in here has one of these fairy drones. Really nice flying thing. But everybody's having the same problem with this thing is that I think Donnie, his crashed. I think he broke an arm on it. And JD Quad had it. He has it. And his kept doing the same thing mine did when I did my video. What it'll do is it'll just land out of the blue. It'll say failure. It doesn't fall out of the sky or anything, but it'll just land. And the problem is if you take it out too far, it can decide to land when it's 500 feet away, you know?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, what I figured out yesterday, because, you know, the weather here is just absolutely terrible, and I've been just flying around in the house, farting around with this thing. What I found out is that if you don't turn on the app, if you just fly it with the controller, that won't do that. So the app is what's causing all the problems with the flight of this thing.
The app has a glitch.
The app has some kind of glitch in it because if you just fly it just with the controller, that never happens. It'll just fly the whole battery and it won't never land or act goofy or do any of that stuff. But there's one problem. Okay. And the big problem is if you don't have the app on, you can't start the video. There's no button. There's no button on the controller that lets you start the video recording. So without the app, you can't record video. So
that's a little too small to stick a session on, or I don't know. You could put one of those SQ12s on there.
Yeah, I probably could. Good. This thing will fly all day long. I ran the whole battery in the house yesterday, the whole battery out. And this thing has a long flight time, okay? I ran out the whole battery, and not one time did it land on its own. But when I took it out for the outdoor flight, 3 times it quit on me and landed 3 times. And it happened to JD Quad too. His landed 3 times also. Yeah. So the app is what is causing this thing flies really nice. Okay. It's just that the app is got some kind of guru in there and it causes it to act up.
And eventually they'll figure it out, depending on how many people complain, and then go back and.
Well, I haven't seen one video. I haven't seen one person that hasn't had this problem. Everybody that has this quadcopter has this problem.
Wow.
You know, this is a universal bug. This isn't, you know, one of them.
Just certain people.
Right. This ain't just certain people. This is everybody. I think, yeah, everybody I've seen has had this issue. Every video I've seen out there of everybody that has it. Captain Drone, JD Quad, Donnie. Well, Donnie never put out the video, but he left a comment on JD Quads that he had that issue too. So he had the same problem.
Expect the bug fix in hopefully the near future then.
Yeah, well, we can only hope.
Yep. Sometimes they throw them out, make the money for the drones, and then just walk away. No
right.
Bug fix, no update, no nothing.
But you know, this company, it's Sim2 that makes this. They had a decent, you know, quadcopter before, you know, so you know, it's not like they're just some kind of fly by night company. You know what I mean?
Simon said in chat, JD said there's a firmware upgrade. Is it coming yet?
Oh, I'm pretty sure Simon has this thing too. I think he does. I don't know. I haven't been to the website to see anything on it. I know. See, this was a Kickstarter. They did a Kickstarter on this.
Oh, well, you know, it's just like we've said before. Sometimes these Kickstarters and these brand new things, they're definitely using us as the guinea pigs. Right.
As a matter of fact, mine is one of the Kickstarter models. I bought this off of Slydad.
Their Kickstarter program and get their apps working.
Yeah, because this is the one I bought from Slydad. He did the Kickstarter and they sent him this. As a matter of fact, I got the one that has the 2 batteries. And it's the black one. Everybody else has the red one. I have the black one.
Well, we know you're special, Brian.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. But anyway, it flies great. That's not the issue. I mean, like I said, if you don't use the app and just fly, man, this thing flies great. But
as long as you don't want to record video.
As long as you don't want to shoot a video, man, you just want to fly and practice. Hey, it's great for that. So, I don't know. It's kind of bogus. I need some nicotine.
Just look at
I didn't hear you because you paused out there for a second. What'd you say?
I said, just look at it and said a bigger indoor loop.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it flies great. Listen, everybody, I just wanted to say too that Drone Worship put out a video today, this morning or last night or whatever, about if you wanted to get sponsorships, how to, you know, make sure you put your email address in your videos. He said, because this is the time of year that they're out looking for people to make videos for them and all this other crap. And so you might want to stop over and look at his video. He tells you kind of what to do and, you know, gives you some pointers on it. Personally, for me, I'm done with all of that crap. I did a few of those, and to me personally, that's not worth my time. The amount of, I mean, I did.
Get your hopes up that when you do that, you're going to get nothing but drone sponsors coming at you, because that's usually a ways down the road.
Yeah,
you'll get Amazon people, you'll get little companies.
I don't want to do it. I already turned down a bunch of things. Okay. I'm not interested. See, here's the way I look at it. One of these companies, like say GearBest or whatever. Okay. So they're going to send me some $20 toy and I'm going to spend 4 hours of my life, my time making a video, making multiple videos, doing all this crap, editing and blah, 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 blah for some $20 toy. My time is worth more than that.
Yep.
Okay. I did that FQ777. I did that video for those guys. I made 3 videos for that thing. That thing that thing could not have cost them more than $6. Okay. So I spent countless hours making videos for this $6 toy. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not interested. Okay. Period. I'm not interested in doing that, any of that crap for these cheap toys. You know, somebody wants to send me a Mavic Pro. Okay. That's fine. I'll jump through hoops and I'll do somersaults off the building. Okay. But for some $20 to $25 toy, I'm not doing it. Period. Okay.
I'm working on one right now for a $40 back massager.
Well, I got that case. That case was really nice. You know, I got that case for the Mavic Pro that I did a video for that. Actually, the video did pretty good, but that was nice. I'll take another case, you know, but I don't want no cheap toy quadcopters. Okay. I got enough of them anyway, you know, so.
Yeah. Your house is bigger than ours, or it'd end up looking the same way.
Oh, you see my back room, believe me. It's a bad mess. Yeah. So I'm not interested in doing that stuff for those little $20 toys. You know,
Yep.
It's just not me. You know.
Perth said the same thing. He's doing his own stuff at the moment. He's pretty much overdoing the sponsored reviews all the time. He needs a break.
Well, I didn't even like doing it. I did the 2 videos for that selfie thing, that flit. I did that for Banggood. They're the ones that sent me that. And I just be honest with you, I just wasn't comfortable doing the videos. You know,
it's almost like there's something or someone hovering over your shoulder.
Right. I just didn't like doing it. You know, I actually gave those things that I got from those companies. I actually gave those away. I gave that one thing to Randy. You remember I called to get Randy's address? So I gave that one thing to Randy, and then I gave that little selfie drone, that flit thing, I gave that to Pork Sosa. I sent that to him. He liked it, though. But he went and got him a Mavic Pro, too, so.
Simon said Sky Pilot received an egg drone.
Hey. What's going on, Eric? Simon, Raven Millwood. Steve. What's going on, Steve? Everybody go check out Shen RC. He's one of the best there is with the RC cars and making those videos. He's pretty damn good at it. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, guys, don't forget to hit that like button for Brian.
Oh, thanks. I never think about that stuff. I don't care. But hit it anyway. What the hell?
Exactly. The thumbs up, not down. Up.
It all counts the same.
Morning, Eric the Red.
Good morning, Eric. You know, it's pouring down rain here again today, too, so. And
it's supposed to, it's going to be hit and miss. Look, there you go. Talking about Randy. He was hiding in the bushes.
And Randy just shows up.
Showing redneck.
Oh, we were just talking. Yeah, Randy, we were just talking about you, all kinds of bad stuff. You better watch the replay. Oh, call the doctor.
I'm calling in sick on a Sunday.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, it's pouring down rain here. So it's good. And I just looked at the weather forecast, and it's supposed to be pouring today, tomorrow, and then Monday or Tuesday, it's supposed to be sunny for a couple of hours, and then it's going to rain the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, geez Louise. I can't take it.
Exactly, Dave. He said the most important thing as an RC reviewer is just to be honest in all your reviews. If it's crap, say so. Don't care if it's sponsored or not. If it's a good product, say the same thing. Give your honest opinion, guys, because somebody is going to be taking your word on spending money on that item.
Right.
And believe me, when Chris got into drones, there was quite a few channels that I watched not knowing at the time.
Yeah.
You know, that newbie to YouTube.
Right.
And Chris was the same way when he first started watching YouTube videos. He thought everybody was 150% honest. And well, I watched the video and they said it. I'm like, you're not thinking straight. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, doesn't mean they had to be honest.
Right.
And he started to see that. And I think that's when I found you way back, because even before I had a YouTube channel, I knew people's voices. Chris would be watching a video and I'd come down the hall and I'm like, oh, True Drone Reviews. What is he reviewing now? What should I start looking for? Because you were one of the very few honest people that if you said it was junk, I wasn't buying it.
Well, you know, I got burned, you know, and I'm, like I said, I'm not going to mention anybody's name, but when I first got into this, you know, I went and watched some of these people, and these people are really good at kind of telling the truth, but really it's a lie. Okay. Okay. They can really hide that lie, and they wrap a little truth around it. Okay.
Yep.
And they've gotten pretty good at doing that. So as soon as I started getting into this quadcopter stuff, you know, I went out and I watched some of these videos of these people, and I said, oh yeah, oh, that thing, yeah, let me get one of those. Yeah. But then when I got it, I'm like, okay, this isn't really what these people were telling me that it was. Okay. So I figured out pretty quick who was full of it. And, you know, then I just went back and did the unsubscribe deal, you know, on those people. And then I just started doing my own thing, you know.
Yep. And I mean, we didn't know back then that a lot of these people were being sent this item free,
right?
Being paid to do a review,
right?
But like you buy the things on your own, so it's your money. You're honest.
Yeah. Well, I get to, you know, the luxury of being able to buy my own stuff and then, you know, do this thing, you know, because I have a decent job and I make pretty good money. So, you know, there's a lot of people who don't have that opportunity to, you know, buy these quadcopters and do that kind of stuff. You know, that's why I have all these, that's why I give away this stuff to a lot of people. You know, I know there's people out there that don't have the wherewithal to be able to get some of these things. I mean, some of these people, a lot of these people do. Believe me, some of these people I've sent these quadcopters to, they have $1 million homes. Okay. Yep. They might come on here crying poor mouth, but when they give me their address and I look on the satellite at their freaking $5 million estate, then I know that. But you know, I don't.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, I don't. You know, I don't care. You know, I just don't care. I give the quadcopters to who I want to give them to. The people that are the most loyal to my channel, that's who gets them. You know, that's just the way it is. I don't care if they're millionaires or not.
RC Fun says, when it sucks, the fakers say, it's a real great bird for beginners. What BS? Just say it blows. I mean, if you've got somebody who's just starting out in a drone hobby, you know how fast they're going to get frustrated at some of these POSs?
Yeah.
Right. When they could go to Amazon and get like a Cyma X5 and actually have fun.
Right. Right. Those, yeah, those things are great to start out with. Those, like those Cymas or Cymas or whatever, the X5 or whatever. Those are so easy to fly that, you know, and they're.
And if you crash it, what did you lose?
Nothing. And first of all, if you crash it in the grass, it ain't nothing going to happen to it anyway.
Exactly. You get it stuck in a tree, you might, if you don't climb the tree and get it down, you're out $20.
Right.
Or you wait till Mother Nature has a really big windstorm and blows it out.
Exactly. I wanted to shoot. That thing I was going to send RC Funds is sitting here. I didn't even do the unbox video yet, but I'm doing it today. So.
Well, it's a rainy day, so you got videos to complete.
Right. I'm going to do a few videos over in the apartment next door. I'm going to shoot some videos because I got things I want to send out that I haven't had a chance to make the videos. Well, it has rained here every day for like 130 straight days. Okay, so it is almost impossible for me to get outside and make a video.
Same.
Maybe I'll make a video of my GoPro in the rain. I can do a review of the GoPro.
Don't forget to put it in its waterproof case.
It don't need it. The GoPros are waterproof. You don't need to put them in a case.
Remember when they first came out with all the accessories and everything with the
Yeah.
original GoPros?
Yeah.
And we have the submersible waterproof case. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't need those cases for the GoPros.
Nope. Just a way to get another $20, $30 out of you.
Yeah. The GoPros, they're waterproof, I think, to 30 feet or something like that. Hold on. Let me grab this one here. Yeah. These things here, this is the 5, the Hero 5, and this thing rocks here. I am so glad I bought this thing. This thing is awesome. This is that Session 5.
Yep.
Yeah, but these things are waterproof just like this. I don't have to put these in no special case. You know, so I have the 6 too, the Hero 6, but it's on my hat. That's nice too. But now they have the 7 out, and I'm not buying it. Another $400 in that crap.
Yeah, that is one thing I told Chris when I got his, which he's got the Hero 3.
Hero 3.
So way
Is that-
back in the day, but still works amazing.
Right, it's still great.
And I told him, I said, look, if you want the good quality videos, you're going to have to pay for it at times. And he had a fit when I bought that. Because
Yeah.
I bought that at the same time that I got the unique Q5, well, more or less the unique Q500 for him.
Right.
I told him, I said, there's no point in having a camera drone without a good quality camera. Now,
Right.
I wasn't spending $3,000 on that CGO3 camera at the time. So he got a GoPro. And I told him, it's been a great investment, but take care of it.
Yeah. The GoPro, I've been down that road too. You know, when I first started out and all that, I was so leery of buying one of them GoPros. They were so much money, you know.
Yep.
So I went and bought, you know, I couldn't tell you how many of these cameras I've had, these knockoff GoPro, but none of them are as good as the GoPro. None of them.
Yep.
I don't care what
I
these
did
people
all the
say.
reviews.
Okay.
Oh, this one's just as good. This one's just
It's
as
not.
good. I can't
It's
tell you
not
how many
as
times
good.
I spent $50 and $60 on an action camera that I could have added all that up and had the top of the line GoPro going.
Exactly. That's exactly the way I looked at it. Now, the one that I used for the majority of my videos was that Runcam 2, which is a really nice camera. It actually does do a decent job, okay? But it's still not as good as a GoPro. Okay,
Mhm.
none of these cameras are as good as a GoPro. I don't care what anybody says. There's a reason they cost $400. Okay, there's a reason for it. Okay?
Exactly.
You know, there's a reason that those $50 ones cost $50 and they don't cost $400. It's because they're
Yep.
just not as good. If you want the best, you got to get the GoPro. Period.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of doodads and everything they cram inside these little teeny squares and rectangles, but I tell you what, that's technology, and it just keeps advancing.
Yeah, the new one has the super slow-mo, yeah, Bob's got a GoPro too. See, the
Mhm.
GoPros are just, yeah, the Firefly 7S is nice too. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that these other ones aren't nice. Some of these other ones are real nice, but they're still not as good as the GoPro. Period.
Oh, John says, Brian, you're going to need that case when you go diving in the Marianas Trench. You're going diving, my dear?
No,
That's a deep
I'm
trench.
not going diving.
You
I'm
got to
gonna-
borrow Drone Worship's submersible drone and send down there.
Yeah, but
There's your diving
that thing has a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, I don't think I'm going to try the Firefly 7S because I have a GoPro 5, a GoPro 6, and a GoPro Session. So I don't really think I'm going to buy one of those things, but I'll take your word for it that it's good. I just gave away an action cam to Mike McReynolds, my Mr. Magoo. I sent him that last week because I don't need it no more, you know. So I just gave it to him.
Eric says he doesn't see the kitty.
He's over there sleeping in the corner. Over here now. Oh, let me run over here real quick. Crystal, hold the fort down for a second.
I got you. Don't run. You might hurt yourself. Yeah, sorry, John, if I'm a little low. I'm actually on the phone and watching on the computer, so I'll just have to yell a little louder. Yeah, Mr. Magoo was around for a while. Oh, Drone Redneck has got some sweet packages coming tomorrow and Tuesday. He's got 2 dream drones coming, and Carl, his grandson, is going to be building a racer. So keep your eyes out on Drone Redneck's channel. I'm expecting some interesting videos coming up.
Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show RC Funds what I was going to be sending him because he's here.
Roadkill says you're too old to run, Brian.
Well, he's here, so I'm just going to show him now. This way I don't have to make a video about sending this, so he can just see now what I'm sending him. I'm going to send him this.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep, they're sweet.
Okay, that's a whole kit that has all of the now I'm going to do a video on it, but I'm not unpacking it. All I'm going to do is unpack the quadcopter and the controller. I'm not unpacking all of the setup of, the gates and all that stuff that go with it. I'm just unpacking the quadcopter and the controller just to see how it'll fly. That's all Okay. Okay. There you go. There's the gates. Okay.
Yep, there's your gate. We actually use these in the house for the tiny whoops. Now that all 3 of us are flying in the house again. And I tell you, they hold up. It's held up to the bunny this far.
Okay, well, I just seen that, so now I don't have to unpack it and do all that crap. There, you just saved me a lot of pain in the butt there. A lot of work.
Yep.
Anyway, the quadcopter on there, it will do that beta flight. You can plug that into that beta flight and adjust the parameters on it, which I know absolutely nothing about that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not into that. That's why I'm sending it to RC Funds. I'm not into the race drones and all that stuff. So.
Oh, come on, Brian. You don't want to have a wall like this?
No. I don't. I have enough. I have enough stuff, man. I'm just not into the FPV and the race drone. I get the motion sickness so bad. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. I guarantee you. I use these goggles already for a bit, watching TV and stuff with them. I haven't done anything outside with them yet. But I guarantee you, once I put a quadcopter on these and start flying around, I'll probably start hurling. I'll probably start puking. Yep.
Well, that's what I tell Chris.
It doesn't bother me.
Can do FPV. I said, no, they can't.
Right. And not everybody can do that.
I said, some people, it is physically impossible for them to FPV. I said, so don't say anybody can do it.
Right. I mean, maybe anybody, hi, Rom Drones, maybe anybody could do it. I mean, I could do it, but I wouldn't be able to do it for more than like 5 minutes.
Well, if you've got
You know,
somebody who has vertigo or something like that, or epilepsy, or you don't want them to the goggle
right,
view to stimulate something that's actually going to hurt them. So
right. That's like, I can't even, like those video games, which, you know, I've been playing for 40 years, but I can't play those kind of games like that Call of Duty stuff where that gun's out there bobbing up and down all the time. Oh, I'll start puking. Okay. It's the same thing as the FPV. You know, I can't play those kind of games. I can only play the games where the person's standing out there, you know, like the Resident Evil type stuff, you know, where you can actually see the person running around and stuff like that, or stuff moving on the screen. But that, where that gun's bobbing up and down like that, that makes me want to hurl. I can't do it. Unless it's Fallout or something, but that's such a slow paced game, you know, I can play that one, no problem.
Jim wants to know, do you have a recommendation on how to connect the Skyview goggles to his Mavic Pro?
Yeah, you just have to use this. This is what you have to have right here.
I don't think he was in this early this morning. When
Okay. If he has an iPhone, or if he has any other, even if he doesn't have an iPhone, if he has an Android phone, he's going to have to get one like this, but with the micro USB thing and the micro USB pass-through. So what you would do would be, you would plug this into your phone like that, then plug the Skyview goggles cord into that, and then plug the Mavic Pro into there, right there. And you fire up the Mavic Pro and it'll show right through the goggles. But you have to have one of these kind of connectors. Because with this connector here, I could use this on any quadcopter that I have. But you have to make sure you get the one with the pass-through. Because if you don't have the pass-through, then it won't work. So, yeah, it's not complicated as far as that goes. It's real simple. I think the first one I'm going to actually use this for is that little Jamie drone. I'm going to try that one out. You know. Well, they got that new law they're putting out that now that's going to be where you're not even allowed to use goggles unless you have somebody spotting for you. So,
yeah, I think what was it, when that law passed? They had 180 days or something like that to come up with the test. But I think it's going to take like 6 months to get everything
worked out.
Implemented. Yeah. And honestly, I don't think in the 6 months they're going to have it all fully implemented and worked out yet.
They won't. Welcome to government house. If there's a way to screw it up, the government will do it. They're professionals at screwing up shit. Okay. They're pros, absolute pros.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if there's anybody in here that has this. Berry drone, but I don't see anybody in here.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Ryan, how are you?
They're not allowed goggles.
Huh?
Apparently in Oz, they're not allowed goggles.
No.
Wow. That's the really neat thing about YouTube and being international and communicating with it. You think the laws that we have here are the laws. You don't think about other countries' laws,
right?
And how different they can actually be.
Exactly. Yeah, I got that Manthis, that unique Manthis, and I noticed when I did the test flight, I was watching the video, and the video didn't look as good as I thought, but what I noticed was in my setting, I had the video set to saturated, and that's why the video looked a little bit saturated. Okay. So that's when I take it out for the next flight, I'm going to set the video settings correctly, and I think it'll shoot a lot better video. I did notice that when I watched the video back, I'm like, wow, this color looks a little, too much color in there and everything, but it was set for saturated, so that's why. That thing does fly real nice, though. That Manthis, it flies real nice. So I'm real happy with it. It was $500, but it does fly real nice. So I'm happy with that thing.
And that's the thing. As long as they're nice drones, they fly nice. You don't have a lot of issues with them. You really don't mind investing.
Right. Now, I put that video out the other day about that new thing I pre-ordered. And I don't know the name of it. I can't pronounce it. Is it Xiaomi or something? I can't. Oh, excuse me. I can't think of the name of the thing right now. It's called the Fimi or something. The Xiaomi Fimi. But I picked that over the Hubsan. Xeno, they're coming out with that new Hubsan Xeno.
Yep.
Well,
yeah, RC Funds wants one of those, and Tommy Sainthill says his new Hubsan Xeno ships on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tommy. Yeah, he left me a comment yesterday about it. Well, I picked the Xiaomi thing over the Hubsan because I'm just so leery of Hubsan's cameras, okay? That's why I didn't get the Xeno. I wanted to get that, but then this thing popped up, and I didn't even know that this Xiaomi thing was even coming out. I was getting ready to pre-order the Xeno, and then I saw that thing, and I don't even remember how I know what it is. I went to Banggood, and I put on their new releases on their quadcopter tab, and then it showed up on there, and I went, wow, look at that thing. So I was looking at it, and the camera on their other drone was real nice, so I went with that one. It was a little bit cheaper, but that wasn't the real reason that I went with that over the Hubsan Xeno. Had nothing to do with the money, I think it was like $50 cheaper or something like that. But it really had nothing to do with money, I bought it because I'm just leery of Hubsan's cameras, because I'm not at all impressed with the cameras on any of their quadcopters, except for the little white one that I have. That one actually has a better camera than most of their expensive ones. So
the little white one?
Yeah, that real little white one I have, that little Hubsan, the X4 Pro. I have the X4 Camera Pro, it's called. That actually has a better camera on it than the 501 and the 502. Okay, the camera on that little X4 Pro is better than the 501 or the 502 camera.
This little guy.
Yeah, the camera on that is good. Do you have
I like my Hubsan stuff.
Yeah, I like that little quad. But like I said, the camera on there is pretty decent. So
that it is.
The camera on that one, I think I sent that one to Tommy. The 502.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I sent that to Tommy. Did I send that to you, Tommy? In Canada? The 502?
John wants to know if you're talking about the Xiaomi Fimi A3.
Yeah, that's it. The Xiaomi Fimi. It's kind of... Yeah, I think I sent that to Tommy. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I did. He's the one that lives in Canada. But anyway, the camera on that little white Hubsan that you just showed is better than the camera on that Hubsan 502. It's better.
Have you noticed that on a lot of the smaller drones? I don't understand why. But you'll get better video out of something this small than out of something this size.
Yeah. Well, the camera on that 502, what I noticed about that, and a lot of those Hubsan cameras, there's something with the green in there. There's too much green for, they don't have the color correction right in the software or whatever, in the circuitry of the camera. The color correction is off. I mean, you can go, and then a lot of people say this, well, you can fix it in post. I'm not doing all that crap.
You shouldn't have to.
Right. You shouldn't have to. When I go shoot a video with my Mavic Pro, I don't have to go post anything. The video just looks good like it is, I don't have to go into some, Photoshop or something and adjust all this crap. And,
Then it's not real.
It's
not what you actually shot.
Right.
Oh, Neil has made it back from Walmart. Morning, Neil.
What did you get? That's the question. What did he buy?
Well, the question is, did he go by himself or did he have the family with him?
Yeah. A Sunday morning Wally World. See,
Right?
he went to Wally World before all the idiots woke up. See, that was the whole key. He got there early.
Smart man.
That's when I like to go, before noon.
Oh, he said not home yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, either before noon or late at night.
Yeah, right. I always like to get there before all the knuckleheads get out of bed and start heading to Walmart. Oh, he went to get a green screen. I didn't know they sold green screens at Walmart. That's news to me.
I tell you what, you look on Walmart.com, they sell everything.
Walmart.com is like Amazon. They have sellers there too.
Insane.
Large. My Walmart where I live is total crap. Okay. It's garbage. There's nothing good up at that place. There's not. I mean, they don't even have good toys up there. So no good toys, no good. They have some quadcopters, but
there you go. Neil said he bought a tablecloth for his green screen.
Oh, okay.
I told you we were talking about that earlier.
Well, I'm thinking them green screens are only like $8 or $10 on the real green screen. They're only like $8 or $10 on eBay or Amazon. The size you want. So I don't know. I would probably just get one from like that.
Bob said the material in the sewing department works for green screen.
Well, yeah, this Walmart up here, it does have one of them little craft sections, where they have all that, styrofoam balls and all that ribbon and all that crap. That's actually one of the better,
that's the better department. You have to
it's like
out of the box.
It's like the best thing about that store. It's like one of them Joann fabric places built right into the Walmart.
Well, it's funny because I've got a Walmart here. At the end of the block, I've got a Hobby Lobby, and across the street, I got a Michael's. So just about anything that I need, I can find in those three stores. They just need to start selling drone parts. I don't understand why they haven't done that one yet.
Yeah, well, they don't want to.
But come on now. Walmart would be making a killing if they could go there and get 2,300 kV motors.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure everybody'd be showing up for that. KV motor.
Yeah. Or order it online and get it sent to the store.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, Drew Grubb said he's building a sweet GPS FPV and all the bells. He'll send a picture.
Good.
A wing. He's building a fixed wing.
Okay. Say when I do these live streams right here and these,
Are you on top chat or live chat?
How do I'd give people these wrenches and stuff like that? I don't know,
All right. If you go to the name
Yeah.
Go over to the side. You see the three little dots?
Yeah.
You click on the three little dots. It'll say go to channel, report, block, hide, add moderator.
Yeah.
If you click add moderator, then they get a wrench.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wasn't sure about that.
Yep.
You know, how to do that. You know, because this was the first time I'm ever using that Hangouts. I've never used this Hangouts before. I did live streams before, but I just did it from the
Straight from YouTube.
right, straight from YouTube, and just hit the camera option, which is really great. It works great. You know.
Oh yeah.
I never used the Hangouts before.
I do a lot of Wacky Wednesdays straight from YouTube. And then, like, when we had Honey Lulu in for the dip and everything, I had to use the Hangouts and went that way.
Right, because you can't, once you start the live stream in the other thing,
you can't add anybody.
You can't add, you know, you can't invite anybody or anything like that. So that camera option is great, but it's only if you're doing solo and you don't have any plans on doing anything else. You know, it's just a solo ride and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Yeah, Thomas is saying that he loves those goggles as well. He can wear his glasses with them. Now he needs that HDMI adapter for his iPad, iPhone.
Yeah. He needs this right there. I'll show you. I think the box is sitting over there still.
Careful, Neil.
Here's the box for it. Let that's it right there. It's called the Lightning to Digital AV, and it has the pass-through. You have to get the one with the pass-through because they sell one that's not with the pass-through, that just has the HDMI or, cable. You have to get the one with the pass-through. So, and it's $47. Now I got it for $30 because I used all of my Best Buy points.
Hey, they come in handy though.
Yeah, well, look at all the money I spend there. Good God!
You walk in the door and they know you by name. Hi, Brian. How are you today?
I mean, just look what I bought there this year alone since Christmas. Since Christmas of last year, I bought the Mavic Pro, the Spark, the Mavic Air, the Manthis, and the Bebop 2, all kinds of crap I bought from Best Buy. I guess I spent a boatload of cash in that place. Believe me.
You walk in, they're like, "Oh, the drone guy's here. He's headed over there."
Yeah, so believe me, I dropped thousands and thousands of dollars at Best Buy this year. Believe me. Thanks, Drew. I don't know. I'll have me a coffee.
Roadkill Hunt, I don't think there's a lot of us out there that actually say we like our jobs. It's just that we have a job and the job ends up paying the bills. But liking it, that's a different situation. But hey, you said everybody's getting a $3 an hour raise. Are they hiring, babe? Because
right.
It's been 3 years since I got a raise.
Yeah.
And that's for the entire company.
I mean, my job is extremely difficult. Okay. The amount of time I put into this job, the demands on my time with this job are most people would not do. Okay. But don't get me wrong. These people, they pay me very well for what I do. I mean, I work in the apartment business, which isn't the greatest business in the world. Okay. I would never recommend anybody to work in this business because the demands on your time are out of this world. Okay. I've been doing this since 1994. I've been working for this company where I'm working where I'm at right now for 15 years. Okay. I've had 1 week vacation
In 15
in
years.
15 years. I've been off 1 week. Okay. So now, don't get me wrong. These people pay me well. I make like $27 an hour. Okay. So I get paid well for not taking time off. Okay. They pay me. Okay. That's not the point. But
Wow. It's still a very demanding job, though.
I work 7 days a week. I mean, I'm supposed to be off today. It's Sunday, but I guarantee you that something is going to happen down at the loading dock, or the garbage compactor is going to do something, or something's going to happen up at the pool, because we have a pool on the roof, which I made videos about. I've taken the boats up there because it's an indoor pool. It's on the roof. Something is going to happen today, sometime today. I don't know when. Okay. Somebody will be knocking on my door. Oh, this is that, or that is this, or some, crap like that. Guaranteed.
John said, don't sell yourself short. He's seen you rewire a furnace, and he knows that's just the tip of the iceberg. How many boilers did you install this week alone, Brian?
5. I did 2 of them on Friday. And that's the first time I ever did 2 in one day. And I was supposed to do, the one I was supposed to do on Saturday, I just ran out of gas. But the guy that was supposed to be getting it, he called and goes, I'm cold. I gave him a portable heater.
Right?
Here's an electric heater. That'll keep you warm.
Thomas said, now that you've had that Manthis Q for a while, what do you think of it?
I love it. That thing flies great, man. It really does. It flies really nice. So the camera, I'm trying to, there was an update on it yesterday too. I wasn't really happy with the video, but like I said, I had the settings kind of screwed up when I was flying it. I had the video saturation level, I had high, so that's why it looked, like I said, that's why it looked saturated with all that green and everything in there. But that was my fault that I didn't have the video settings right. So, but actually it flies really nice, so I got no problem with the way it flies.
And RC Fun wants to know if you've ever looked into the JYU Hornet 2. He said it looks interesting, but he doesn't know much about it.
Yes, I did look at it. I just thought it was a little overpriced. I actually watched a couple of videos on it. I can't remember whose video it was. I mean, all these sponsored reviewers, the only one I put any faith in is Dustin Dunnell. He's the only one that I watch of the sponsored guys. His videos are the only one, and I don't even watch all of his videos. But he's the only one I really kind of believe a lot. I put stock into what he says. The rest of those clowns, I don't pay any attention to them at all. And we know who I'm talking about. I don't have to mention it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Ron, what's going
John
on?
wants to know if your apartment is included as a perk.
Yes.
There you go.
It's not.
But that's just so they can keep better.
Yeah, right. That's so they can keep track of me better. Right.
Door, I know he's there.
Exactly. They can keep their eye on me better. That's all that goes. I think Crystal's dropping out there a little bit.
Ron Brown said, good morning, Brian.
I see Ron Brown. Ron Brown is a good guy. Everybody go over there and take care of Ron Brown. I'm waiting for Ron Brown to post the video of that epic flight of the ProMark Shadow or whatever the hell that thing is. The ProMark GPS thing. I'm waiting for a video of that.
Right, Thomas? What do you mean you can't make it to work? You're right there.
Right.
Come on in.
Yeah, right. Yeah. When you call off here, that's a joke. Believe me, calling off here, which I've done, you know, I called off a couple of weeks ago. Remember when I was when the sickness first hit, you know, that was 2 weeks ago. Monday would be 2 weeks ago. Tomorrow was Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was supposed to be off. But Monday, I worked 4 hours. Tuesday, I worked 1 hour. And Wednesday, I worked 2 hours. Okay. So that's considered off sick when you only have to work like a couple hours. So that's considered a day off for me, is working 2 hours. They consider that that's a vacation for me. I only worked 2 hours.
And when you're feeling like death warmed over, that makes for a mighty long 2 hours.
It was brutal. Believe me, that illness was, that cold was bad. I think Roger's got the cold now. I think it flew to Canada.
It migrated.
Yeah, it migrated. He got across the border because I saw he's been sick as hell for the last week. So
it seems like that change in the air and the change in the seasons always brings it on.
Yeah, well, it's a germ. That's what a cold is. It's a germ that you got from somebody else. So, oh yeah, I remember what Roger said the other day. Yeah, was it yesterday or the day before? He went to some kind of event where there were kids there. He went to a party or something. I guarantee you that
little germ factories.
He got sick from one of them little kids, them little munchkins. Guarantee it, you know. So that teach them a lesson. Don't go hang out with babies.
Oh man, that was the one thing that I was so glad when Rusty got out of school. It was like, oh, thank you, God, no more little germ factory. And now where he's more or less working outside, it's like that cold, crisp air kills off anything that he would have brought home. I'm like, yes, thank you.
Well, usually when I start getting a cold, like I did last week, I go try to booze it away. Sometimes if you drink a lot of alcohol, it'll kill it. But sometimes that don't work. Yeah. Sometimes it works, actually, but sometimes it don't. So I went to the bar, got hammered, thinking it was going to help, but it didn't work. Okay. It didn't work this time. I gotta
Brian, you should have took us on a live for that one.
Yeah, right. I've done that before, believe me.
I know. Some of your famous lives. Yes, Thomas, blanket season is approaching in the north. Yeah, Butch, sometimes it does make it worse. You got to get something that like burns right in the chest.
Oh, I always like to pile some rum on it.
Dark.
Yeah, I always like to pile some rum on it. Like I said, it didn't work this time. I tried it last Monday after I did the 4 hours. I went to the bar and got blasted, thinking, okay, well, I'll feel better tomorrow, but it didn't work.
Eric said it didn't work, but now everybody at the bar is sick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's funny. Call a doctor.
Simon, I know a lot of the guys have been getting the Bugs 3 lately. You can go on wish.com and find it for about $30. And it is a very nice drone. Simon's asking, which Bugs drone is the best so far in the market?
Oh, God. All of them have terrible cameras. Okay, so don't buy a Bugs quadcopter for the video. Don't do that, because all of them, the cameras suck on every single one of them. I like the Bugs 2 personally. That's the one I like the best. The Bugs 5W is nice too. I have the Bugs 5W. I just got that. I made one video with it. The Bugs 5W is just a Bugs 2. Okay, it flies exactly the same. It just has a little bit better camera. I mean, the camera still sucks, but it's a little bit better than the Bugs 2 camera. A tiny bit better. And it's movable too. You know, it has the little motorized gimbal. Let me go grab it real quick and I'll show it to you.
True. Eric the Red said best is relative to desired features. What exactly are you looking for, Simon? Flyability and camera. Well, like TDR said, cameras on them suck. But flyability, my husband has the Bugs 2, the Bugs 3. I've got the Bugs 2W. We like the MGX Bugs. So, yes, the Bugs 3 is definitely quick flying with line of sight, for sure.
Here's the Bugs 5W right here.
Isn't that the one that came with multiple camera options?
Oh no, that was the Bugs 3 Pro.
Ah.
I don't think this one did. This one has this little motorized gimbal on it. It does work. But this thing here flies, just for flying, flies identically to this. I mean, the way they handle, that's the way they steer, they're like the identical quad, but this has a bit better camera on it. This camera is better than the one on here. The camera on here is terrible. So if I was going to get one of those Bugs, I would go with the Bugs 5. I would go with that over the Bugs 2. They fly the same, and the camera is a little bit better on the Bugs 5W. So I would just go with that one if you want to get one. I only flew it twice. Actually, I wanted to make a video with the Bugs 5 again because it was a request from somebody. They wanted me to see if it would go 100 meters. It'll go 100 meters real easily. Okay. That's only 300 feet. But somebody wanted me to do it. I was going to do it, but it hasn't stopped raining, you know. It's been raining.
The winters had other plans.
Right. It's been raining nonstop for, God, months. Okay. Months and months and months.
What's the battery life on that Bugs 5?
You're looking at like 13 minutes. I did a video. I can't remember what it was, but it was on the first charge. You know, and Dustin Dunnell, he preaches this all the time. You know, when he does his drone reviews, you know, he mentions this, that, you know, he likes to charge the battery and discharge the battery like 10 times before he even does the review of the quadcopter. You know, that when I did the Bugs 5 review, that was actually the first charge that I did. So you're not going to get the best battery life on the first charge. You know, you got to charge it and discharge it, and before you break it in, you got to break in the battery, you know. Mm-hmm. And he stresses that all the time in his videos about, you know, oh, I only charged this, you know, this is only the third charge. And he mentions that in his videos when he's doing one. He'll tell you, you know, oh, I only charged this battery 3 times, so it's not going to get the flight that it would normally get if I would have did it the 10 times, you know. So that the video I did with the Bugs 5W, the battery was on its first charge, you know. So I didn't sit there and discharge it 10 times before I took it out there. So
Jim wants to know what's the best FPV drone to start out with. My question when somebody asks that is, what type of FPV are you planning on doing? Do you want an FPV like the bugs? Do you want an FPV? There's a lot of different FPV out there now. You can FPV with just your phone without. Give me a little more detail, Jim.
Well, first of all, I'm not the guy to ask anything about FPV.
Simon said one of those China Bugs 5 now for $110 with 2 batteries.
Yeah.
Good deal?
Yeah, that's a great deal. I think I paid 130. I think it was 130 for the Bugs 5. Yeah. I think I paid 130 bucks for it.
Ouch. Yeah, MJX is definitely a higher priced.
Yeah, the Bugs 5, I switch because I was on your guys's on Chris's show, on the Drone Network show, the night I had pre-ordered the Bugs 3 Pro.
Yeah,
okay?
I remember that.
You remember that? I was actually,
and you pre-ordered it, and then you canceled it and pre-ordered the Bugs 5.
Right. I canceled the pre-order on the Bugs 3 Pro because somebody got it early and did a video on it. I can't remember who got it early though. It was somebody. Maybe it was Cuppy or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had gotten it early, and I went, "Oh crap! I don't want that thing," you know. So I went.
Because you never know until
it's
out.
Right. Well, I mean, I was just thinking, okay, the Bugs 3 was one of the most popular quadcopters ever, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's one of the biggest selling quadcopters that ever been made. Okay.
Exactly.
So I was thinking, okay,
the Force One Ghost,
right,
more or less as a sister drone.
Right. So I'm thinking, okay, how could they screw up in the Pro version? Okay. So that's why I pre-ordered it. I said, okay, well, the Bugs 3, the regular Bugs 3 was one of the greatest drones ever. So how would they possibly screw up by making it Pro and screw it up? So I said, okay, I'll pre-order that. But then when I seen that video, I went, woo, I canceled that pre-order. What I did was I just transferred the pre-order from the Bugs 3 Pro over to the Bugs 5W. That's all I did. I just moved the money over.
Yep, I remember that. It's like, okay, yeah, I had this one on pre-order. Nope, now I got this one on pre-order.
Exactly.
Because they both got dropped for pre-orders at the exact same time, or more or less like a day apart.
Right, exactly.
Which didn't make a lot of sense to me on MJX actually doing that. To me, that almost like cut throat on how you going to offer. You bring one out later on, people are going to buy this one, then they'll buy that one. But they more or less brought them out together.
Right. Exactly. I think that was the plan. Well, they've MJX, they really kind of pulled away from these other toy quadcopter makers with this Bug series. I mean, it's been very, very successful for them.
Oh yeah. Well, they came out with their normal Bugs line, and then they came out with the Bugs 3 Mini, and I mean, that was another great drone.
Right. The Bugs 3 Mini was good. It was a little bit fragile from the people I've seen that had crashes with it. But, I mean, Flybar told me it was great. He loved it,
Oh, Chris loves his.
Yeah.
Still up there. And he puts them through the paces, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I remember Donnie, he crashed his on his first go-around with it. He broke that arm.
Broken arm, yep.
Yeah, but he was flying acro. He didn't even know what he was doing. So, he wasn't expecting to happen what happened. He put it in the acro mode. He put it in the acro mode and immediately dove to the ground and exploded. So,
and it happens.
Right. Well, he got another frame for it. Because I saw the new frame. I think some company sent him a new frame, so he'll get it going eventually. He'll find time to put it together and everything. So,
more for racing, Jim. I know Chris started out with the Wizard. A lot of guys start out with a Wizard. It's tough. It's durable. You may want to change out the FPV camera on it because my understanding is the camera that comes with that kit sucks. But yeah, I mean, the Wizard that Chris got, MD95 TSI, was actually eDrone's Wizard. eDrone started out with it. Chris started out with it. It's a great thing, a great race drone to start out with. That parts are cheap, parts are easy to repair, and a lot of guys start out with that for the FPV racing.
Okay, this is only $4.99 now.
Jim, this is the Martian. It's a 5-inch.
The price of the price of the unique Typhoon Q500 4K is only $4.99 now. The price is down to $4.99. So I would, it's worth $4.99. Believe me, that thing is worth $499 all day long. So anybody interested in getting one? There it is again. Yeah. $4.99. That's what they cost now. That's the regular price now.
I wish that was the regular price back when we got into it.
Yeah, me too. But right? Actually, I didn't pay the 1,000. I think I paid $6.99 when I bought it. So, but now it's down to.
Funny. I think when I ordered ours, it was like $8.99, and some glitch with Best Buy, I used my PayPal credit to pay for it. And with some glitch, I got the sucker for like $6.99. And when I went into Best Buy, I'm like, this isn't what the They looked at me and said, just sign it and go on. And when I looked at the PayPal credit later on, it was only $6.99. I'm like, hey, I don't know what happened, but I'm not arguing.
Right. I don't know what happened.
Hey, dude, you're going to give me $200 off that drone? No problem. And that was his first camera platform. So,
what's really nice about the Q500 4K is the camera is detachable and you can hook it onto that steady grip. That's what makes it worth the money right there. I mean, that's what makes it worth the money all day long is that you got that handheld gimbal option, and it comes with it too. The holder and, that comes right with the quadcopter. It's in the box.
Exactly.
So that's what makes it worth it.
And
I've used that thing.
You can't take a drone. That steady grip still looks like you're flying.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Chris has used that in quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim, if you're looking for a whoop, yes, the Happy Model Snapper 7, the EO11 is also another good whoop.
Yes, Tommy, that's US dollars, $4.99. I know you would have to probably pay $6.99 for it. Oh, that thing flies great. Okay, the Q500, there are some disadvantages to the thing. It's very big. As you've seen, it's a big ass.
It's a monster.
It's a monster, okay? And the blades on it are sharp as razor blades, okay? You don't ever get hit with the Q500, okay? Never allow yourself to get hit with that thing, okay? Because it'll tear you to shreds. The blades on that thing are as sharp as any quadcopter blades I ever seen. Now it has a safety features built into it. where you can push the on the transmitter. If you hold the toggle switches to the top, it won't let you take off or anything if you're within 20 feet of the quadcopter. You have to be like 26 feet away to. You have to be like 26 feet away for it even to take off. But all that stuff can be overridden, you know, which is what I'm going to do the next time I take it out. I'm going to override all the GPS. If you turn off the GPS lock and all that stuff and just use the altitude hold mode, it's way faster, but it's not real stable. You have to be real careful flying it. Roadkill, it gets about 17 minutes or something around there. Something like that. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that Typhoon H to come down to $4.99. When that comes down, I'm telling you, at Christmas, that Typhoon H is going to come down to $4.99. I'm going to be all over that thing.
Actually, if you don't want one brand new, get up with eDrone. There's a guy in Delaware who has emailed him, who was in aerial photography using drones, who's now gotten out. He has a Phantom 3 for sale, and he has an H, or actually 2 H's for sale. And if I'm not crazy, eDrone was saying last night he only wants $400 for the H.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yep.
That's that one Neil has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another sweet camera platform.
Oh, there. Oh, look what I see. The Sky Viper Pro hanging on that.
Oh, come on now.
Is that what I see up there?
Drones. My life is drones, whether I want it to be or not. My life is drones.
The Sky Viper Pro. I see it. I see it hanging there.
Yep. And that's only a part of them. I mean, because if you come around this way, drones hanging out in the hallway.
Oh my God, you got them hanging out in the hallway now?
Yes, they're out in the hallway. My living room is taken over by drones.
See, that's why I had to. That's why I gave so many of them away. I had to weed that mess out because that room, it was just out of control, man. I mean,
we have actually given away half of Chris's collection, and now that he is building, he is starting to regain.
Oh, let me show you. Oh, there's RC Crazy. Let me show him that thing I'm gonna be sending him. Wow. Here's that thing here.
Oh, Brian said he's real excited. He'll be adding a camera to that quad, and it can be configured in beta flight. So he thinks he can make it acro.
Bob, it's in the back room. I can't drag this camera. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be sending to Eric. This is that little quadcopter that shoots stuff, and I just haven't made the video yet. As soon as I get,
Eric, RC Crazy, Eric the Red, which Eric?
Eric, the RC Crazy, the crazy cord.
He's going to be shooting those things at his kids or at Tim.
Right. That's what the point is. That's the whole idea.
Brian.
That's the whole idea, is to shoot the kids.
Look out, Tiff. It's Brian's fault.
Now, listen, I flew this thing already. I took it out of the box to charge the battery because I want to make a video with it before I send it out. But it actually flies pretty decently. But the way it's kind of got this big halo on here. You see that? This big halo around there? I don't really think this thing would do well outside. I think a wind would just really take this thing everywhere. But in the house, I flew it. When I took it out, I charged the battery up and took it up. It's pretty stable, which it's supposed to be because you're trying to shoot with it, so you want it to be able to. I just took the trim it. To trim it out. I don't think that thing would be good for outside. So just to let Eric know that I don't really think it's going to be a good outdoor type.
Pip, if you want to be safe, go outside. That's what I'm hearing. Leave the kids and Eric in the house.
Yeah.
And it'll all be safe.
Yeah, it flew nice. I was real happy with the way it flew in the house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the video. I'm gonna set up like some paper cups on the bar and try to shoot the cups. That's the only thing I can think of to do, with it. I'm not gonna shoot it at my cat or nothing. I'm not like that. But
the kid's gonna take over that drone and start chasing down Eric with it and shooting him.
The discs that are in there, they're like a foam. Foam rubber Nerf type.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they are. I mean, you're not going to hurt anybody by hitting them, So, and I figured I'd use paper cups because that way they would if you hit them with the thing, it would knock them over or whatever, So that's the only idea I could come with. I don't have any army men to to set up on the bar. The only thing I can think of to use is paper cups. So that's what I'm going to use to demonstrate the thing to see if it works, which I think it'll work because it flew pretty.
Morning, Oliver.
What else do I got over there? Yeah. Now I only paid $6 and something for that thing. I bought that the last day the Toys R Us was open.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing I bought on my last video I made going to Toys R Us. I was carrying that around in my hand, but it was only $6. So it's not like
I've heard
believe
Toys R Us is trying to
it'll cost me more to send it to Eric than I actually paid for it. Okay, so that's how that works.
Another one of those government hang-ups.
Yeah.
I love the price, how mail keeps going up and up and up and up. I'm like, really?
I can't believe. I mean, it's not going to cost that much because Eric, he doesn't live that far from me. It's anything I send. Okay, now, I'm in Pittsburgh, okay? Anything I send east of me is cheap to send. Anything I send west of me is expensive. I don't get that.
Oh yeah.
Or if I send something,
hang it up.
Right, or if I send something to Canada, because I remember when I sent that stuff to Kim and Roger, I sent them like 2 quadcopters and not big ones, little. I sent them a SEMA, that X56, and I sent them some little foldable thing, and then I sent a webcam and legs for his Spark. Okay, so I put it all in one box. It cost me $38 to send that box to Canada. And it wasn't even, I mean, these quadcopters are light. It wasn't like some big, ginormous thing,
Yep.
It was
I sent one Force One to Ray Smith in Canada, and it cost me $40 to ship that box.
Yeah.
I sent a little RC helicopter to Portugal, and that cost me $28. I was like, what the heck? The box was only this big.
Right. That was he won that giveaway you had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you to stop. I did the same thing.
Look, there hasn't been many giveaways since then.
Right, because
it's killing me.
Well, I did the same thing. I did a giveaway on. I don't know if it might have been on your show. I did a giveaway and sent the one to the guy in England. I think I was on your show, and I did the giveaway. It was that little that little quadcopter. I can't remember who that guy was. He's still around. I just can't think of his name off the top of my head. You know, it was one of them FPV guys. Well, I sent that little quadcopter to him in England, and God damn, it took like forever to get there, and it cost $20 to send that thing. That box wasn't no bigger than that. It was a box like that big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was that Magoo M1. That's what I sent them. Yeah, it took it like a month for him to get it.
Oh yeah, 3 to 4 weeks. That's like I told Chris I'm going to be sending out my Christmas cards, and he's like, it's October. I said, Chris, if I want them to get overseas, I have to send them the beginning of November.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're not getting it.
Right. You know, just like Dave, that guy in Australia, at Perth, West Oz.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love Dave to death. I'd send him tons of stuff, but I just can't afford it to send anything to Australia. You know, for me, probably to send something like this.
Hi, Active.
To try to send something like that to Dave, it would
probably be a $60 shipment.
Right. It would cost me like $100 to send something like that. You know, it just sucks. There's nothing you can do about it.
Nope. Government racket. And I know, like, in the UK, to send stuff here, it doesn't cost that much.
Yeah, because I remember when I sent that that XKX300 to Alvin, man, that cost a nice buck to send that because he's out there in California, you know. So yeah, that wasn't cheap. Anything I send to the West seems to cost more money. If I send it south or if I send it east, it's not that bad. Because I sent that package to Ron Brown a couple of weeks ago, that ProMark Warrior or ProMark Shadow drone, that GPS thing. I sent that to him. That was only $10 to send. That's a big ass box. Okay. Yep. And he lives in New Jersey. So I sent that big ass heavy box. I think it weighed it was over 4 pounds. Sent it to him. It was only $10. Now, if I would have sent that to California or even to Illinois or something, it would have been double, if not more, than the $10.
Well, that's like unique here. And Ryan lives in Upper Maryland. He's about 3-4 hours away from us. To send that unique Q500 here cost him $20.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see that's a monster drone.
Right. That's
and
a huge,
when
that
that box came
box.
in, it was the size of my love seat. So it was like, what the heck is here now? Oh yeah, monster drone.
Yeah, I could imagine mailing that Q500 over to California or something. It would probably be $45-50. Send that thing. That's why I don't understand how these freaking companies in China can send all this shit over here for free. When you try to, okay, they send this stuff,
shipping.
Right? Yeah, the government must be paying for the shipping or something. There's some, you know, there's a bug in the rug. Right. There's some kind of scam going on there somewhere. How those people can constantly send that stuff over here for free. And then you want to send the thing back. It costs you $75 to send back some ferry drone. Send back the ferry drone to China would probably cost me $100 to send that back. That's why I don't even return anything. I never returned one thing that I ever got from GearBest or Banggood. I've had a couple things. Now, their stuff's been pretty reliable. I haven't had that many problems. But there's been a couple things that didn't, work, But like that Real ACC R20, the transmitter was bad. Mm-hmm. But I just sent Banggood an email and said the transmitter's bad. They just sent me another whole thing. They didn't ask me to return it.
Well, like when Chris got those motors from Banggood, they didn't want them back, but they did want a video proving.
Yeah.
All right, something's wrong. Well,
right.
Okay, I can understand that because, in this day and age, people are going to tell you anything to get out of paying for it, which it was already paid for. I just wanted the correct motor because you can't fly a quadcopter with 3 motors. That's a tricopter.
Right. Exactly.
And
But
Chris will put together one of those probably this winter.
But yeah, I would never, if I get one of these quadcopters and the thing's broke or it doesn't work or whatever, I'm just going to make the video and say, hey, it's a piece of junk and it don't work. You know, I'm not going to return it. I'm not sending nothing back to China, you know, because that's not happening.
That cost you a fortune.
Hold it down for a second, Crystal.
I gotcha. ASAP Fishing says he is a new drone flyer. So, guys, make sure you make him feel welcome. And you are definitely in one of the good streams to learn some different things. And I know you've also been 95 TSI. Yeah, don't get started on politics in China. It's never good. But, you know, they kind of like got us over a barrel because most, one way or another, we either pay the cheaper shipping with them and wait forever, or unfortunately, sometimes our guys over here buy it in bulk and jack the prices up. So, go back and say hi to some people. Herb flying high. Hey, babe.
Huh?
Giddy up, gal, gypsy adventures. Welcome. Yeah, I know. You're hoping for a not so windy day, or in some of our cases, rainy days. I know quite a few of us have been getting slammed with rain here lately.
Okay, go open the dock then. Okay.
Brian is having to take care of work, it sounds like.
I told you there would be something going on. You see,
always. You called that.
Brian, what's up?
There's a hey, there's a moving truck at the dock. Okay, it's all right. They'll survive.
Brian said not on a Sunday.
Yeah, there's a moving truck at the dock. Okay, big surprise. That happens like 500 times a day. There's always people move. When you work in a building this big, you know, there's people moving in and out of here nonstop. Okay.
Moving in, moving out. John said, "Yo, there's MD."
Yeah, or skipping out because they're supposed to reserve. They're supposed to tell us when they're moving. Okay. And so then the office people will tell me, oh, Brian, there's somebody moving on Sunday and they need you to open the dock and all this other crap. But nobody told me anything on Friday, you know, that anybody was leaving. So this person might be skipping out or something like that. You know, who knows? It's raining everywhere. The whole world is just raining. Raining and raining. I can't believe there's 27 people in here.
What's so hard to believe about that?
Wow. That's crazy. Oh, Eric, is that Eric Incognito in his gaming channel? He's not the RC.
Yeah.
Isn't that who that is?
Eric Slocum's gaming is
RC Crazy, right?
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's one of his first channels. He's just trying to confuse you, that's all.
No, I went to that channel last night when I was on his stream. Now I have a question for him about the fish. Those fish that he was feeding last night, are those the ones from the pond? Did you bring them in the house now, or?
I try to tell Brian he's got great fans.
No, I wanted to know about the. Yeah, they are the ones. Because I know some people don't even, they leave them out there in the wild. They leave them out. They live even if the water freezes over. Somehow they survive in there. I don't know. Okay, they're in for the winter. Okay. He don't want them. He don't want half of them to die, so he's bringing them in. He's not going to leave them out there to freeze.
Well, you know, some fish actually sink to the bottom of ponds and hibernate.
Mm-hmm.
And it thaws, they come right back to life. So
right, those carp. I know those carp. You know, they don't even need water. I mean, they can just like bury themselves in the mud when those ponds and stuff, when they evaporate or there's no rain for a long time, those ponds will go down. Those carp will go down into the mud, and somehow they survive, you know, until the rain comes back and fills the pond back up. So, you know, that's the way it goes. We're talking about fish. How about a fillet of fish? That's what I would rather have that.
Eric said his ponds are not deep enough. Only 2 feet, needs to be 3 or more.
See, that's the thing. Even like with animals, I love dogs, right? I love dogs, but I don't have the patience to take care of. So what I do is I just like adopt everybody's dog that lives in the building. I just adopt their dog.
If I copy it to my Google Drive,
I'll try.
He said he'll try, Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, what is your new thoughts on the Hubsan Zeno?
Well, we talked about this earlier, and you know, I was going to get that, but that Xiaomi thing showed up, and I went and ordered that. I mean, the Zeno, it looks really good. I'm just so skeptical of those Hubsan cameras, man. That's why I didn't get it, because I'm worried about the camera. You know, they put that video out. I put that promotional video up for Hubsan showing the camera, right? Man, I have a hard time believing that camera is the video was made with some Hubsan camera. I mean, that shit looked like a Phantom 4 stuff, okay? So
without a whole lot of editing in the background, huh?
Just go on my channel. It's about 3 or 4 videos ago. I put it up. It says it's called Hubsan Zeno video capture. Okay. And if you watch the video and you look at it, man, you'd think this was a Mavic 2 Pro. Okay. That's what the video looks like. I just have I'm just really skeptical. I'm just really skeptical.
Well, maybe Hubsan tried to step up their game with their camera since
but
they've had a
Crystal,
lot of bad rap.
Here's the problem, okay? The problem is the drone only costs $300 and something. Okay?
True.
That's the problem. Right there. How can that video look that good with a quadcopter that only costs $300?
More when we do it. And where it's being shipped this week, we're going to start seeing some new videos out there and some.
Well, you're going to know right away the first person that pops the video. Right, the first
seeing some new things.
Right, the first person that pops the video up there, you're going to see what the quality is. Yeah, Tommy, me too. I'm hoping I'm dead wrong. I'm hoping that they found some magic dust to pour on that thing to make that $300 quadcopter look like $1,000 quadcopter. I mean, believe me, I'm with you on that, but I'm just skeptical as hell on this thing, man. I'm just really skeptical. And even the one that that I pre-ordered, the Xiaomi Fimi or whatever the hell it's called, I didn't see any samples of what that do. I see the camera. You know, it's got the 2-axis gimbal.
Tommy, one comment, so.
Yeah, it's got the 2-axis gimbal with the 3rd axis has the EIS. It's the same as the Spark, you know, and it doesn't do 4K. So I know what, you know, and the Spark doesn't do 4K either. So believe me, if that one I ordered, if it does what the Spark does as far as video, I'll be extremely happy with it. It was $250. If it can do what the Spark can do, I'm there, man. It's great because the Spark is really nice. The Spark takes incredible video for what you pay for it. The only thing that's bad about the Spark is the flight time. I can't recommend the Spark enough. The Spark is great. Just make sure you get some extra batteries.
Herb says he loves his Spark.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people love their Spark. Bob
Crystal,
got that one for Val.
Crystal, hold the fort down. I got to go get what I'm sending Herb.
I got you.
Okay, hold it right there. Now that he showed up, I'm going to show him.
Yep. Sparks are amazing drones. The Up Air 1 Plus, I'm not too familiar with. Oh, Herb's got 3 batteries. You guys find a good, decently invest in some actual extra batteries? Because I hate to tell you, but you get up in the air and you're flying and you're enjoying it, and your battery dies, and you got to wait forever for that battery to charge back up. That's a pain.
Okay, here it is.
The Vento.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I went out and made a video with this. So, Herb, you have to shoot me an email with your address to truedronereviews1@gmail.com. Okay. So, I went out and made the video with that thing. Okay. The thing flies fine. Okay. That's not the issue. Well, yeah, the Up Air 1, I haven't even flown it this year. It's in the box. I'm not happy with that thing. But anyway.
Now, is that the Up Air 1 Plus or the Up Air 1?
I have the Up Air 1 Plus.
Gary was asking what you thought about
it. Get the Phantom 3, okay? Okay. I can't recommend it because the camera is it's got too much jello in it. You know, it's got the 2-axis gimbal. It's not 3. So there's always going to be jello in the video, always. And for the Up Air 1 Plus, you can get a Phantom 3 for a couple extra bucks. Just get the Phantom 3, and that's way better than the Up Air 1. Way better.
Red Dog Drone says Up Air tends to crash or fall out of the sky.
Well, mine did. Okay, mine did. Well, Herb, let me tell you about the Vento real quick. It flies fine. I made a video. I haven't posted the video yet. But what I noticed when I watched back the video is that when I post a video, you'll see it. All you see is the ground. Okay, the camera is fixed at this angle, like this. You'll see the nose. So the camera is fixed to point down. So what you have to do is whenever you want to take a video of something, you have to actually go way higher than the object you're taking the video of. So if you want to take a video of this Coke bottle or this water bottle, you don't go right. You're going to have to go like way up here to get a video of the bottle. Okay. It doesn't do like direct from here to here. The camera angle is fixed to point down. So I didn't even realize that when I made the video, because whenever I post the video, you're going to see nothing but grass. You're not going to see anything but the ball field, because I didn't know that thing actually was constantly pointing down. So you'll figure it out when you get it. You can muck around with it. I'm done with it. I'm not making any more videos. I made the one indoor video and I made the one outside video, and adios amigo to the Vento. Okay. See you later. Herb, you'll love it. Believe me. Anyway, it's great for when the weather's bad. It flies great in the house, so. It doesn't do flips though. That's one thing. It doesn't do flips. But it does have 3 rates. It does have high, medium, and low rate. And, the video doesn't look bad. It just points down all the time. So that's the way it goes. Well, I'm glad all 3 of these. I'm glad all three of these guys I'm sending stuff to showed up today, so that way I don't have to make videos of that. So I got the one going to RC Funds, and then the thing to Eric, and then the thing to Herb. So that's great. That just saved me an hour of my life of video editing by these guys all showing up. Yeah, Tommy, get the Phantom 3. Don't even think about the Up Air one. Just put it out of your memory. Act like acts like it's not even there. It flies okay. I don't know. You know, I had that one crash on me. I don't use the GPS on that. I fly without the GPS on there. I just fly it manually because I think the GPS in that thing is buggy and it causes it to act weird. But now, if you don't have the GPS lock on, then the other stuff doesn't work either. The follow me and the points of interest and all that crap. That doesn't work without the GPS. But the thing flies great without the GPS. Plus, it's a little bit faster too. So I fly it without the GPS.
Possibly another one of those appy glitch things. GPS can be funny though.
No, Tom, I didn't try that. I actually fly that stuff on the brown carpet I want to see it act up, you know. So no, I know if I put the landing pad down there and had the variance in the colors, it would be okay. I actually was testing out the Manthis yesterday again on the brown carpet, and it really did well in the one video I made, but man, it was really acting crazy yesterday. I didn't crash it or anything like that, but I was flying it in that back room there where I keep all the quadcopters, and there's a dark brown rug in there, and man, it started going really crazy in there. Okay. It was fine until I would get to a certain height, and then it started flipping and flopping and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, I can't recommend that Phantom 3 enough, man. I mean, the Phantom 3, I mean, just go watch some RC Crazy's videos of what that Phantom 3 can do, or Drone Pool. I mean, that Phantom 3 for the money, you just can't beat that thing. Okay, you just cannot beat the Phantom 3 for the money and for how reliable it is. I mean, it's great. I wish I had more time to fly that thing. I only fly it once in a while,
I can get a Phantom 3 Pro Edition for $300.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know, Chris, do you even have a Phantom? You have the Phantom 2, right?
Yeah, I only have the 3. I can get the Phantom 3 Pro for $300. I can get 2 Typhoon H's for $400 each. All mint condition. He was a photography company in Delaware. He's getting out of it now. None of the birds have ever been wrecked or nothing.
No, I'm telling you that. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that one that Neil has. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll have to get with you on that. So I might have to pull the trigger on one of them H's.
Yep.
I forget his company. His company, he's got a website and all. Eric said the company, but I forgot what it was called. Airtography.com. I think that's what it was. Airtography. Yeah, you got a YouTube thing. There you go.
Herb, what the brown rug thing is the optical flow sensors on quadcopters. They don't like the color brown.
Herb, what's up, brother?
Here's the Manthis, and the optical flow sensor is right there. You see that? That is the same one as all these quadcopter companies. They all use the same one. I'm almost positive. I mean, there's only what? How many companies are out there that make optical flow sensors, right? Okay. So they all use the same one and they all act the same way. Okay. And if you look at them, if you look at those optical flow sensors, they all look identical on the Mavic Pro, the Manthis, the Bebops. They all have the same design. So they're all made by the same company and they all act the same way. You get them over a certain color of brown and they'll start jittering, and acting up. I had the one, that little that Jamie drone. I was doing a test flight inside with that, and it acted really crazy over the brown carpet. I mean, it actually started to come down, and when it got about that high off the ground, when it got about a foot off the ground, it actually went up in the air and tipped upside down and did a flip on about 5 feet away.
Acro in its own mode.
It actually went up and just it started like it was convulsing, and it just went up, flipped, and landed on its back about 5 feet away. It didn't hit nothing. It didn't crash into a wall or nothing. But
Tommy, what's up, brother?
Those optical flow sensors, man, they just don't like that color for some reason. Because it does it actually.
Think about it, in the fall and winter.
It did it to me on my Bebop 1.
Outside.
Yeah, the only time my Bebop 1, the only time I ever crashed it was on that ball field when I was trying to land it, and I was trying to land it over the dirt part. It came down.
Good one, Eric.
The same thing. It got about a foot off the ground on that ball field with the brown dirt, and it just started going crazy and just crashed. So
he is in full high gear.
Mm-hmm.
He was up on Russell's desk already.
He's trying to send an email again. Have a great day, Eric DeRed. He's got home remodeling to do. Okie Tom, for first drone, Manthis Anify. Have you ever flown a drone, period? If not, the first drone that we kind of recommend is like a Cyma X5, just to kind of sort of get used to the controls and everything. Both drones are really nice. The Manthis is nice. The Anify is nice.
Oh, the Anafi
is also nice.
The Anafi is way better than the Manthis. Way better. Okay, way better. Don't even compare them. There is no comparison. The Manthis is nice. Don't get me wrong, but the Anafi blows that thing out of the water. Okay, period. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking Anafi or a Manthis,
the capabilities on that are amazing.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, it's really, I just love the hell out of that Anafi, man. I just love it.
I think just about everybody who got that, I've heard reviews from.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people talking crap on it, but they don't have one. See,
right.
I like how people talk crap on stuff they don't even have. Okay, so yeah, they don't have one and they're talking nonsense. That Anafi is awesome. Okay, I am extremely happy with that thing. Extremely happy. I couldn't be happier. It just flies so nice. and it's so quiet. It's just the video on it is really nice. The thing where it points straight up in the air. Nobody even has that. Nobody has anything like that that'll point up in the air. Even the two new Mavics don't do that, you know. So I can't recommend that enough. And now that they lowered the price on it, you know, now it's only $5.99. It was $6.99 when I bought it. $6.99. Now it's only $5.99. So
don't you love that? We buy something and 3-4 months later the price has done come down $100. It's like, damn.
That's with everything, Crystal. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Except for
with the Inspire was really cool how the camera tilted up. I thought that was the best.
Yeah, well, I can't, man. I wish everybody could fly that Anafi. It's really nice, man. I can't recommend it enough.
We're just gonna have to come to your house and fly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great, man.
Lewis.
I'm trying to find some info.
Even that there's I don't even know if you've heard of these people, those Tony and Chelsea. They're photographers and they mess with drones. They got a big YouTube channel. I mean, you know, they got hundreds of thousands of subs and all that. They love the Anafi too. They think it's better than the Mavic Air, you know? So, yeah, Tony and Chelsea Northrup or something like that. Like I said, they're big YouTubers. They got a big channel. And they sing the praises of that Anafi all the time, and they're professional photographers. So,
right.
okay, Crystal, I'm going to wrap it up because I know you got a life and I don't want you to go. I want you to go take care of your hubby.
Oh, I got to go take care of Acro.
Yeah, that too. The snuggle monster.
Yep.
Hey, Crystal, I want to thank you for coming in here and doing this. So,
hey, no problem, baby.
I really appreciate it because it's, you know, I've done quite a few of these live streams. It's just hard to do them when you're by yourself because it's hard to watch the chat and, you know, you don't, you know, I don't have any moderator to tell me, oh, somebody asked this question, or it's just really hard to do this
Chris and Neil are
by
extremely
yourself.
lucky with that one.
You know, I've done this by myself, but you feel like you're ignoring some people.
And when chat gets rolling, you never know what you may miss.
Right.
And it's hard. And that's what people don't understand is how hard running a live stream really truly can be when you're on your own.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to do it by yourself because it's hard to watch the chat and try to think of things to say while you're reading. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, I can do two things at the same time. I can like pull my ear and pick my nose at the same time, but it's hard to do that and read and think, you know. So, well, since it's raining and shitty, I guess I'll go next door and make the video of the little shooting drone so I can get that out. So at least I can make some kind of
editing.
Yeah, right. All right, Crystal.
Door editing coming up.
Okay, everybody. I appreciate everybody coming in, believe me.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you again so much, Brian, for the invite. I'll catch you guys later on.
All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it.
Later, Brian.
Later, Chris.